Infancy. When a baby is born, for the first 2 months, they can be referred to as a newborn. The period after this is called the infancy period, from the age of 2 months to 1 year. Infancy is the first important stage of human development. Many physical milestones occur during this stage as the infant gains control over its body. In this video, we will be dealing with the characteristics of infancy, the physical development, cognitive development, language development, sensory development, social and emotional development, and major milestones of infancy. Before going to the details, please remember to subscribe the channel. Thank you. Characteristics of infancy. During the infancy period, what all characteristics are shown by a baby or an infant? They have a distinctive appearance with a large head and arms and legs relatively short. So the head will be large, the arms and legs will be relatively short. The infants have narrower shoulders and hips. They have a slightly protruding abdomen. Then downy unpigmented hair called lanugo. It is found in many newborns on many areas of the body except the feet and palm. But within a few weeks after the birth, this usually disappears. They may have a head full of hair to almost no hair. It depends on the infant. Then the navel is formed after a few weeks when the stub of the umbilical cord that still remains dries and fall off. So these are the characteristics that you will see in an infant. Physical development. What will happen from the first month till the 12th month or when the baby becomes 1 year? What all physical development will happen? Let's see. From the first month to the 3rd month, they will start turn towards any sound they hear, then follow object with eyes, grasp object, then gradually lift head for longer period. Then from 4 to 6 months, they see things and reaches for them. Pushes up with arm when on tummy. Might be able to roll over. Then from 5th to 9th month, they start sitting up without any support. Then may bounce when held in standing position and rolls in both directions. From 9 to 12 months, they pull up into standing position. Sometimes they may even take a few steps on their own. So these are the physical development that you can see in an infant. Now let's see the cognitive development in the infant. From 1 to 3 months of age, they show interest in objects and human faces, and they may get bored with repeated activities. That is, don't try to fool them with repeating same game over and over. Then from 4 to 6 months, recognize familiar faces, that is all those who are in their family, parents, siblings. They recognize the familiar faces. Then notices music, respond to signs of love and affection. Then they try to act in a way that they find relaxing or soothing. For example, sucking on their thumb. Despite several attempts at trying to stop them, they will do it and they find pleasure in sucking on their thumb. Then from 5 to 9 months of age, they brings their hands up to the mouth, then passes things from one hand to another. Then they start recognizing the bottles they expect to be fed. Then a sense of predictability understanding is being developed. From 9 to 12 months of age, they watches things fall, looks for hidden things. Then they try to experiment for their desired result in different ways. They begin to understand they can express hunger or pain by different means, and they can gain attention from their mother or father. So these are the cognitive development that you can see in an infant. Now the language development. From 1 to 3 months of age, they begins to coo and make vowel sounds, then becomes calm when spoken to, and they cry differently for different needs. Then from 4 to 6 months, the crying reduces, they begins to babble or imitate sound, and they start laughing. Then from 5 to 9 months, they respond to hearing their name. They may add consonant sounds to the vowels. They may communicate with gestures, blow bubbles with excitement. So they start making sounds like a, e, u, all those kind of vowel sounds during the 5 to 9 months of age. Then from 9 to 12 months, they start pointing to things. Then they know what no means. Then they imitate sounds and gestures, and they try to speak. Then sensory development. During the 1 to 3 months of age, they can hear even at the fetal stage. But as infants, their hearing ability matures and they identify and prefer human voices. Then from 4 to 6 months, a sense of smell, taste and touch that develops and strengthens. Then they even enjoy the sweet taste. Vision also improves and the infants at this stage are able to track objects. Then from 5 to 9 months, the color vision and contrast develop and are able to differentiate and identify different colors. So they start identifying the colors and the contrast they will develop during 5 to 9 months of age. Then from 9 to 12 months, the senses are mature and can very distinctively identify and recognize what it is they enjoy or dislike. Then, like the smell of the flowers, the taste of ice creams, mangoes, or certain fruits, etc. So, they can identify the things with the taste and they know whether they like it or dislike it. Seeing the thing, they can recognize it. Then, social and emotional development. From 1 to 3 months, they try to look at you and other people, and then they start to smile at people. Then from 4 to 6 months, they respond to facial expressions, then enjoy playing with people, then respond differently to different voice tones. They are playful and kick their legs in the air in a jovial state. Then from 5 to 9 months, they enjoy mirror, knows when a stranger is present and they imitate the mood of the one who are near them. They recognize the emotions and mood of their parents or siblings and they can behave accordingly. Then from 9 to 12 months, they may be clingy or prefer familiar people. They try to understand their own needs, like when they need food or to go out, or the need to poop or pee, and they can converse clearly what their needs are. Now let's have a look at the major milestones in the development of the infant. The infants, they start smiling typically after 6 weeks of birth. After the 6th week of birth, infant also start making vocal sounds. Then infants babble a lot by the end of 6 months. And by the end of 6 months, infants also learn to sit and crawl. Then by the end of 12 months, the infants start speaking their first words. By the end of 12 months, they even start standing with support. By this time, they also start to walk a little bit. So these are the major milestones that you can observe in an infant. Now let's have a quick recap on what we have learned. We have seen the characteristics of the infancy stage, then the physical, cognitive, language, sensory and social and emotional development in the infant and the major milestones of development. The infancy happens in the first 1 year where a child undergoes tremendous growth and change. Most of the time, infant relies heavily on reflex, but these reflexes slowly disappear as the child grows older. It is very important to ensure complete safety during the infancy stage for the proper growth and development of the infant. The experts believe that childhood experience may somehow affect a person's personality or behavioral development. So this is all about the infancy stage. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe and share. Thank you and keep smiling.